All right, guys, we got to get this podcast on the road because there is a Bengals game today. And I'm on a tight schedule. So we only have Nick for an hour and 20 minutes. Let's see what we can make. Let's see what magic can happen on a dime. Nick?
Let's start that over again.
Well, I thought that was good. It was different.
And boom goes the dynamite. Passes to the man.
You always say start it the same way. So I tried to just jump on in
You're like,
head first.
I felt like you were losing your train of thought, and then you just kept going with it, like whatever words came to mind.
That happens to
And
me a lot.
Gotta start on a dime.
That actually happens to me probably every time I open my mouth to speak.
Jeez.
Not gonna lie. But I just trust.
I saved it though with humor. As always.
That's what we do here. I tee you up and you bring it home for us. But really, how are you?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah. I'm very proud of you for taking a break from fixing the garage in order to be here with us. I know that's very hard for you to leave something unfinished in a way.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being completely honest, that's all I'm going to be thinking about until it gets done.
Yeah. And
So
we had to order another part, so it's going to be a few days.
I didn't have to order a new part. I had to order an entirely new garage door opener.
Not a cheap endeavor.
Nah.
So he's going to be there, and I will just try and keep him in the room with us. Today is Thanksgiving for us. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And you might be wondering, wait, wasn't last episode Halloween? Like, how is it already Thanksgiving on your end? And do you guys live in Canada? And no, we don't. But your grandma loves to have Thanksgiving early every year. This year, we at least got it in November. Last year, it was the beginning of September. So today, after this, we got a lot to do today. We are also celebrating Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling thankful?
No.
High stress situation.
Not right now. Just came out from the garage. Been in my dungeon for the better part of the day.
I'm very sorry that it didn't work out for you. But it's going to get fixed, and I have every faith that it'll be fine. It's going to be better than when
All
you
the
first...
faith?
Oh,
Or every faith?
I have every faith. But I guess the line is all the faith because I'm being corrected. But yeah, so you know what that means. If we're having Thanksgiving today, we're having the meal, we're doing the full thing. That means that after today's dinner, it's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
We're going straight to it.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. So
No, we're not.
My plan in my head right now is if all goes according to plan, we feel good, we have a good dinner, that we come home and we, set up the Christmas tree.
Absolutely not, because I will be fixing the garage door.
You don't have anything to fix it with. You don't have your piece.
I'm picking it up on the way home.
Oh, it's all making sense.
Yeah.
So we're stopping at Lowe's or Home Depot today?
Home Depot. No free shout outs. This one's free though. Actually, it's not free. It cost me $300. So,
well, if you're listening and you're a part of Nick's family, I would highly recommend getting him a gift card to either Home Depot or Lowe's for Christmas. So that's what makes him the most happy.
yeah.
You can do that. I don't need you to set up Christmas.
I don't think you need to set up Christmas right now or tonight.
Well, based on my TikTok algorithm and all of the videos I've been seeing online, it's time.
Why don't you just give it a few days? When we got a lot less going on.
You're the only one that's got something going on. I'm pretty free today. I'm pretty good. I don't have to watch the Bengals game. I don't have to do really much of anything today. I'm pretty excited about it. So that's
Well, you're
the plan.
not going to get that tree out by yourself. So I'm going to have to get it out, which means your problems have now become mine. And I'm not going to have any more problems today other than the ones I'm already dealing with.
We are on thin ice. Okay. Well, Christmas is coming. Be ready.
Okay.
We'll see.
Not today, though.
Last time we did get in a fight over the Christmas tree a couple of years ago. So every time that we go to get the tree out, I try to avoid said fight. The original reason why we fought about the tree was because I realized that this tree was from a past relationship.
It's not.
There was one day we were coming home from a dinner. And I was like, let's put the tree up today or this weekend. Like, that would be so fun. And then you really didn't want to put the tree up. And then I don't know how we snowballed into finding out the tree was from a past lover.
Well, I wouldn't say a lover. It's a girl that I hung out with. a couple times.
And you did buy you went to the store, you picked it out together. You have a memory together.
It's an artificial tree.
But it lives in our house. It's a cute tree. It works for now. But every time I get it out of the closet, I think about her.
You don't even know her or what she looks like. You wouldn't even be able to pick her out of a lineup. Yeah. No hard feelings there. It's not like you met her and then later I was like, oh, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Have I met any of your ex-girlfriends like without you telling me that they were your ex-girlfriend? Like someone we've ran into the store at or anything like that?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I feel like you're lying.
I swear to God. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Most of my ex-girlfriends are happily married, have beautiful children.
Doesn't mean they don't live nearby.
No, that's what. They also don't live nearby.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of, at least. So.
Okay. Well, happy Thanksgiving for the non-Scrooges in the room, and Merry Early Christmas because it starts today, as far as I'm concerned. Let's get into some segments. Have you been using any products lately that you enjoy?
Not really.
I think you're wearing the product that you actually do.
Oh, Hanes long sleeve t-shirt.
T-shirt or it's a shirt? T-shirt?
It's a long sleeve t-shirt.
Oh, I didn't know that's what they call that.
What would you like?
I don't know, like a Henley or?
No, a Henley. Like you never heard long sleeve tee?
No, a t-shirt to me is defined as a short sleeve t-shirt. A long sleeve shirt is a long sleeve shirt.
Okay, but if I go like this and put my arms out, what shape do I make? Regardless if it's short sleeve or long sleeve.
A T, but even if I was wearing a blouse, if I made that shape, it would be a T. Anytime I put my arms to the side, it's going to make a T. So that, like I'm wearing a sweater right now and I'm in a T, but you wouldn't call this a T sweater.
Because it's a sweater.
So I think that argument doesn't make a lot of sense. So anyways, you're very into.
You know what? We're going to look it up right now.
What's a Henley then? Is that a shirt?
Henley is like the 3 buttons.
Okay.
Like thermal shirt almost. Like a long john material. Why is it called a hamburger t-shirt? A t-shirt or t-shirt was originally worn only by men as an undershirt. Now it is defined as a short-sleeved, collarless undershirt or any outer shirt of a similar design. It got its name because it resembles the capital letter T in shape.
You know, I've actually never heard that before or even thought about that. Wow. We learned something today. We haven't gotten to that segment yet.
Damn it. Well, that's what
I've learned.
It. No, I learned it too because I actually made that up in my head and I was like, God, I hope that's what.
Are you serious? You didn't?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Wow. Are you a psychic too? Skin weird. Okay, so tell me why you like these shirts. What's happening with the shirts?
Number one, the cuff. Just because I don't know. I feel like all the shirts nowadays are like, there's no cuff. They don't keep their shape. This is soft. I don't know. I like regular t-shirts, like regular cotton shirts.
You're a simple guy.
I am a simple guy.
How many of those have you bought lately?
4.
4? Didn't you just order more the other day and pick some up from Walmart today?
The ones from Walmart were just t-shirts. Regular short sleeve t-shirts.
Sleeve. Wow. Riveting stuff. There was a recent pullover that you bought from North Face. And it's a beautiful pullover. It's a soft gray color. I love the thing. And then the other day you're like, this thing's pissing me off. Please explain to me why it's been making you so angry.
Because when you first put it on, you're like, okay, I'll deal with the fact that it doesn't have cuffs.
It has like a lining.
No. It's not what you'd call it. It has a unstructured cuff that is probably about a half an inch around.
Okay.
And within 5 minutes, that thing was stretched out. It looked like I had a pair of bell-bottom jeans on my arms. So I took matters in my own hands.
And?
I got elastic. I measured it out so that it fit comfortably around my wrist. I cut another one to the exact same size. I made a little slit on the inside of the cuff.
In quotes.
I threaded the elastic through, and then I sewed it off so that I made basically my own elastic cuff.
You sounded like a serial killer when you were describing that.
Well,
That was basically your Dahmer voice.
I'm not going to do the Dahmer voice. I'm done.
We've retired it.
I'm done with that.
So yeah, for the people that don't know, you actually know how to sew.
I do.
Add that to the list of your very redeeming qualities.
I learned because of a communications class in college. One of our projects was to learn a skill that you've never learned before. And then your job, like the communications aspect of it, came into play when you had to teach the rest of the class that skill.
Mm-hmm. Did the rest of the class learn how to sew?
I have no idea. You didn't actually have to like teach them. You just had to like walk them through the process of it. Like whether they learned how to do it or not is completely on them.
That sounds like a really easy project. Like you could just Google steps to do something. And
That's exactly how it is.
read them off.
But the communication part was you had to like communicate it in a way to where if you were teaching someone, this is how you would do it.
I probably have a hard time with the way I talk. This is not the first time you've had elastic sleeves before.
Well, I didn't do that though. My mom did that for me.
Yeah, well, this is how you learn how to do it, apparently.
Yeah. In football, in Pee Wee football, they'd always give us these jerseys. It's not the jerseys of today that these kids are rocking with their visors and their armbands and shit. Like they gave us all one size jersey, no elastic in the sleeves, so the sleeves were like hanging down to here. They're like half shirts too, so they like came to basically your belt line, and then the sleeves were like down to here and they're floppy. Easy for defenders to grab onto.
You know how he feels about floppy sleeves?
So what my mom did is she took that same process that I used on my pullover and she put elastic in my sleeves for me so that they were nice and tight and I could pull them all the way up to my shoulder and you couldn't grab it. You could still grab onto them, but they weren't like flopping all over the place. Yeah.
God forbid a floppy sleeve.
I mean, look good, feel good, play good. Deion Sanders. Say it all the time.
Cool. Nice. That reminds me of in soccer when girls would take the ribbons and tie them through the shirt and then you have like a bow sleeve.
Yeah.
Similar. You could have done that.
It's illegal.
To have bows on your football sleeves?
Well, you're not supposed to have your shoulder pads exposed.
Why?
It's just the rules.
My product lately, your sister got me onto these, is I'm starting to take CBD regularly. I realized I'm an anxious, worry girl. And I thought I was fine. And I thought I was handling life and planning a wedding and work and everything really well. But I get super anxious at night where I think that the house is being broken into. Every little noise is a ghost or an intruder. And sometimes even Dixie's snores will shift. And I think that it's someone breaking into the house. And I get heart palpitations at night. So I'm working on controlling my anxiety. So I've been taking CBD gummies every morning. And then the other day I felt high. I thought I was high from the first time I took it. And because Ashley, his sister-in-law, had said that there was THC in them, or I think I imagined her saying that.
You heard CBD and you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna get high off this."
So I think like placebo effect. I thought I was high, and
Just ignorant effect. Really?
I was like, "Yeah,
Just
why
up.
Why am I starving right now? I need a bowl of cereal." So I came home, ate a bowl of cereal. My eyes were bloodshot.
Tired. All had logical explanations.
And how it felt real chill. But
I just assumed that it had THC in it because you were spouting off about it constantly. So then I finally picked up the container and I'm like, no THC at all. Not even labeled. Doesn't even make mention of THC on the. So
I think what they are full spectrum CBD. So in my head, that meant it's marijuana based.
no.
So yeah, but the brand I've been taking is Equilibria, and so far I feel like it's been helping. But again, it's probably a placebo effect, but I'll take anything I can to stop spiraling in my mind. Which I think
How about a break? Just take a break.
I don't know how to do that. Like I find myself when I'm taking a break, I'll still pull up Pinterest because for a while, Pinterest was acting as like a magazine for me, but now it's turning into finding new details for the wedding. And my algorithm is very specific now because I've been on it so much. So
I'm about to disconnect the Wi-Fi in this household.
yeah, you might need to. We're on the same Verizon plan, so maybe you could shut that off too for me. Let's get into, one more product, your DVD converter. Well, we decided for our wedding, for our first dance, we want to have some or at least just for cocktail hour, have some videos of us as kids playing and then some videos of us now playing in the background. It's more of an experience. So
this is when is this going to be playing?
Either during the cocktail hour or during our first dance.
I thought we talked about the first dance.
Yes.
Like that's going to be, people are going to be watching the video instead of watching us.
Isn't that what you wanted?
I mean, that may be what I want, but I know that's not what you want.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'll be putting on quite a performance, so they won't be able to take their eyes off of me.
Okay. Unless they see my highlights up on the big screen.
I came home the other day. He was converting all of his Pee-wee football and high school football highlight tapes onto files. So now they're all on my computer. So
we may not make it through the podcast because, as you can imagine, quite a bit of highlights.
Yeah, he's such a football star.
Yeah, I don't know why there's sarcasm.
But we're going to get into our videos of the week. And I thought we could start off with this one that you shared today because it's a home video. It's so adorable. All right. So this video is a converted highlight tape of Nicholas's Pee-wee football game. It's featuring
from
his
my
father.
very first year playing football.
Okay. Walk us through this. Anything else we need to know before we hit play?
I played tight end, and what I realized in watching film this morning, if the coaches on the opposing team had a single brain cell, they would realize exactly when I was getting the football. Because I would tilt my entire body towards the quarterback, almost ready to you'll see in the film the type of play. There was only one where I got the ball. And it was kind of tight end around or an end around.
Uh-huh.
And I was located on the end of the line. I'm trying to be very elementary with you right now.
You gotta.
And I would run around behind the offensive line and get the ball from the quarterback. So it was like an end around.
Okay.
And I would line up basically pointing my entire body towards the quarterback. You knew immediately when I was getting the ball.
So you were critiquing yourself while watching it this morning.
I mean, I can't not. I'm watching game film.
Okay, and here it is.
Number 43, the most bow-legged bastard you've ever seen in your life.
Are you still bow-legged?
A little bit.
Look at Fred's butt.
That is my dad on the sticks. Love it.
So Fred is wearing a full-on 90s outfit, the most 90s outfit, the trash baggy kind of pants, a tracksuit kind of a thing with a baseball cap. And what is he holding? What is that flag thing he's holding?
Those are the down markers and the yard markers.
Was that a volunteer position or he was just holding that?
No, I mean, yeah, it's a yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
to be can any of the dads run the chains today? I'm sure my dad was yeah, I want to be on the sideline to yell at Nick. So,
did he tell you what to do on the sidelines? Was he that kind of dad?
I mean, yeah, he played football, so.
That video is adorable.
I know, that's one of my favorites. It must have cut off because my sister transferred these from a VHS, and it must have cut off right before I have the biggest hit probably of my career. I absolutely exploded this poor child and hit him so hard it would probably be illegal in today's football just because it's a soft game now. But I always loved looking back on that play, and I was anticipating it coming up, and then the film just stops, and I look, and there's 3 seconds left on the DVD. So I'll never see it again.
Just in your memories that you play.
Yeah.
This is Nick's video of the week. Anything you'd like to explain before we watch?
I just love this dude's TikToks and his Instagram videos. He dresses I don't even know how to explain it. A dude who lives in Texas in the late maybe the early 80s.
He's got a mullet.
The mullet, the mustache, the big trucker hat, the pressed jeans, cowboy boots, Miller High Life tees.
Do you think he dresses like this on a regular basis, or is this just satire?
I mean, I don't know. These days, I feel that look is coming back.
God bless.
So you never know. But like you can see on the side there, like some of his other
And he's wearing the
outfits.
same kind of outfit in all of them. What is his handle?
Cornbread Cowboy.
Cornbread.
Or no, it's Ori Lee. It's Ori Lee, but he goes by the Cornbread Cowboy.
Wow, what a name. Okay, go ahead. Read it to us.
Walking into the high school football game where I was an all-state champion 20 years ago.
Is that how you feel? You're trying to get me to go to your high school football games. We've talked about it. You had me agree to attend a high school football game on a Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to. Our football team is Mason, like where I went to high school, is in the playoffs, and they're playing Moeller, which is a school. If you're in Cincinnati, you're very familiar with
into
Moeller.
high school if you're in Cincinnati.
But a lot of my good friends went to Moeller, so we're thinking about going to the game.
Reliving the glory days. Not to embarrass you, but the time we went last year, we went to the football game, you said that you were a little surprised that you weren't recognized more.
No, I didn't say I wasn't surprised. I said this is going to be the only place where more people would recognize me than they would probably recognize Sydney.
And then we left and you said you were surprised that not a lot of people recognized you.
No, I didn't. I'm not an arrogant asshole, so don't act like I said that. I did not say that.
It was cute. I wasn't like arrogant.
I said I didn't see anyone that I really knew, and it's sad because like normally I go back and like my buddy's little brothers are playing, or they're at least in the stands, and like some of the families there. That was like the first time I went back, and I felt like a complete stranger. It was just like I could have been at any high school in the country.
Yeah,
didn't know a single person.
That's what happens when you went to high school 12 years ago. I think, or you graduated high school 12 years ago.
Yeah.
It's kind of a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right, I have a few videos, so I figured we could play kind of like all of them, and you decide which one's the funniest. This one's like cute and wholesome.
And small.
So 8 moments of kids just being kids. And I really appreciate this one by LAD Bible.
Lad Bible.
Lad Bible, is that what it is?
Hi! Where's your backpack? Where's your backpack?
I forgot it on the bus.
Oh shit, that's
Little kids, they're so
come on
cute.
boys, let's do it at the
Fist
same
bump.
time.
Really going for it. Wearing goggles.
He's gonna slam into something. And no. Yes.
Ran into the screen door. What is that? A Jason Myers?
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers mask. In a diaper, spraying his mom.
Look at Anthony, put that freaking thing down. Put it down.
I love children so much.
Anthony.
That kid would have been punted across the yard.
Yeah, he's yours. He's yours.
Yeah, can you come with me?
Yeah, he's yours.
He's yours. Oh my gosh.
Little pup.
How about some Corona?
So happy.
Definitely a Brit.
So cute, right?
So British.
Reminds me of the other day, we were at Halloween at your brother's house, and they have a recent, not even a 1-year-old yet, and she's like the chillest baby you will ever meet in your life, which is really good for her because her sister is the opposite of that. We love her so much, but
Electric.
she's a little princess. But her younger sister is the most chill you've ever met in a child or a person ever. And all of a sudden, the fire alarm was going off because they were cooking cheese, and Mila, the older sister, was like covering her eyes, crying, like screaming. Everyone was like consoling her.
Whoa. Let me defend Mila a little bit
I
here.
dramatized it a little
She
bit.
literally was covering her ears and making like a nervous face. She wasn't screaming. She wasn't crying.
I was trying to dramatize it for the
Yeah,
story.
well,
Anyways, and
let's
then
get
her
the facts straight.
little sister looked you dead in the eyes,
And smiled. Like,
like she caused the alarm.
she just kept smiling. It got louder. It kept going, and she just kept smiling. And like, yeah, she made eye contact with me at first, but even after she looked away, she was continuing to smile. Like she had plotted this. This was her doing.
Her plan's finally coming to fruition.
Yeah.
Loves chaos. Okay.
It's like the female version of Stewie from Family Guy.
Yes. All right, next one. So the other night, Nick fell asleep. He always falls asleep before me.
No.
And I've told him he's done this. He didn't really know about it until I had let him know he does this. And I think it's so adorable. But when he sleeps, he makes this little noise. So what's happening? He's breathing, but he breathes out through his mouth and he makes this little... Can you do it? And you're literally getting like puffs of air.
You know
in your
what's
face.
so funny about this?
What?
Is the fact that is the only noise that comes out of me when I sleep. If you've
I know.
ever heard you while you sleep, to steal a line from not a Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, it sounds like a dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant.
It's not that bad.
It is that
And it's
bad
not
and
every
more.
night. It is not every night. I think you're mistaking me for our dog, Dixie. But
Well, hey, listen. It's been real, guys. My Home Depot order is ready for pickup, so I'm gonna go fix that.
no. But it's so cute. And when you get your eyes looked at the doctor, when they do that little puff of air in your eyes, that's the worst thing ever. But it's like that. That's so cute. But we have one more that won't open. Oh, here it is. So it says, "Why did I just find a thirst trap of Jesus at Goodwill?" Jesus is stacked.
He's like, you should come to church sometime. That's what that looks like. Stop by. You don't have to come every week, but once in a while, well, it'll be a good time. I promise.
Oh my God.
I promise.
Hot Jesus. Yeah, that was funny. Those are our videos of the week. I love a good laugh. We needed it. I think you needed it. I needed it. How did I do? I feel like I did better about finding the videos this week.
Yeah, those were good.
Yes. I'm improving.
I mean, you're not Ori Lee Cornbread Cowboy status, but
Everyone has their own form of humor. Okay. What did you learn this week, Nick?
a lot about garage doors.
I would think that you learned you can't do it all and things don't get fixed overnight. I think that's a
I
good
can
lesson.
do it all, and I will do it all.
You said to me yesterday, I can't even believe how much I've learned or had to learn between now and 31. I can't even imagine what I'm going to be like at 50 after I've learned all these skills from never asking anyone for help.
It's not even now to 31. It's like from 28 to 31.
I meant to say like born to 31, but yeah.
What?
I phrased that wrong. I meant to say like when you were born to 31, but
What did I say? From now to 31?
yeah.
You may have said born. What I'm saying is like DIY stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't do that when I was 12. I'm saying like from like age probably let's say 25 to 31, right?
You've learned a lot. Yeah.
I've learned a lot as far as like DIY or like just any home improvement stuff. So what I was saying was I can't imagine, because of how stubborn I am and like my hesitation to hire anyone to do anything.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine what I'm going to be doing at 50.
I love that you're learning so much. Sometimes it's not great though, because for example, there was a time where he was setting up a overhead light in our entryway, and it's like what, 8 foot, 10 foot ceilings. And he had to be on this very tall ladder, refused to ask for help. He has a brother, he has a dad, a sister even that would help him. He refuses to ask anyone for help. He thinks he needs to do it himself. So was doing it himself. It took him hours to get this thing set up. He's on the top of the ladder on his tippy toes trying to set this thing up and drops it. It shatters, says nothing. He just says a expletive and just walks out the door.
Went and bought another one.
Immediately buys another one and continues to do it by himself.
Yeah. So the reason I don't ask people for help is because like when I get a wild hair and like I just want to get something done like then and like right then and there, I'm not gonna like call up my dad or my brother or my sister and be like, hey, what are you doing? Can you come over and help me with this? Like I don't know what they're doing. It's my fault that I started this and didn't ask someone for help to begin with. I'm not going to burden them while I'm in the middle of it. Now, if it's an emergency and I'm like, hey, I'm stuck I'm on the roof and the ladder fell. Can you please come get the ladder and put it back? But also I wouldn't be on the ladder at my house by myself. You know, I wouldn't be on the roof. You've
been on the roof before.
Not while you're not
okay.
here. That's the whole point. All right.
Putting a lot of trust in me. So yeah, I think that's a good lesson to learn that you can ask for help. People like to help and you don't have to do it all. It's great that you're learning.
But also, if you start something on your own time, you don't tell anybody about it, don't burden somebody else because you got yourself in a sticky situation. So that's my fault. I do that all the time, except I don't reach out to people and ask for help. Like I just get myself in situations where I'm like, damn it, I could really use an extra hand right now. I did it yesterday.
Ask me.
I literally had the railing of the garage door opener resting on my shoulder and the garage door opener underneath my left on top of my left bicep. And I was screwing in like this. It's probably, I don't know, 70 pounds.
That's a situation where I could even help you. And you didn't even let me help until yesterday. I just happened to go in the garage and you're like, actually, can you?
And what happened?
I helped.
You got your hands all dirty.
And I washed my hands
after.
And
you made this face like, shouldn't come down here.
Did I complain once? I did not complain once. So
I know, but I could tell. Like, you were like, damn it. This is the stuff he needs help with? Shit.
No, you know why I was like, damn it? Because I wanted to ask you something else that I wanted done, but I realized that you were in knees deep into this garage thing, so I couldn't even bring it up. So I was like, shit.
When I looked at I took my shirt off to get to bed last night, I looked in the mirror and I had like lines on my shoulder from just holding that railing.
I didn't even know this went on. You could have been injured in the garage and no one would have known.
My forearms felt like they were about to explode yesterday just from holding stuff up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
I like to hurt myself. I like to be.
You like to be in charge. I learned this week that I'm the opposite. I need help and I will ask for it almost immediately.
Before she even tries to do something on her own.
Yeah, I like to outsource.
Well,
it's a good leadership quality. Delegation. So.
No, a good leadership quality is knowing what things you can delegate.
Exactly.
But taking on tasks that you know you can complete yourself. And you want done a certain way.
I just know that I can't complete a lot of tasks.
You don't try.
Yes, I do.
You don't.
All right.
You did try one thing this week, which I was proud of you for.
What did I do? I was very determined. I saw quite a few TikTok videos of all these girls at home doing their nails. I've been getting my nails done for a while. And once you start, you can't really give up the habit. And there was a lot of girls just sitting at home. They got a gel kit from Amazon. They were doing like all the cuticle stuff. It looked so nice. One girl was watching Gossip Girl while doing it. And I was like, you know what? I need to save money. Inflation, recession coming. I need to start thinking about these things and preserving where I spend. So one thing I could really preserve would be nails. But I'm not going to give up the habit, obviously. I'm going to have to figure out how to do it myself. So I got everything from Amazon. I got the nail kit, the cuticle thing. And I even thought to myself, like, I'm not going to buy all this stuff and then just give up. Like, I'm going to really try. This is something I'm actually going to commit to. I'm not going to.
1 hour later.
I'm actually going to go for it. So I get the process of like putting all the foil on. You have to like wrap your fingers in foil and acetone with these like cotton swabs. And I've seen it done a lot. But as it's happening, the panic already starts to be induced. Like I'm realizing Dixie's starting to sniff the air. I'm like, oh God, if I drop one of these things, she's going to eat it and it could kill her. So I lock myself in the bathroom. I turn it into my little studio where I have my feet soaking in the tub. I'm trying to scrape this stuff off. I'm sweating. Things are getting messy. The freaking foil is falling off every second. I can't get the nail polish off. I was in there for like an hour and a half, sweating my butt off. Dixie was outside of the door sleeping. And I quickly realized that this life is not for me, and I'm going to have to pay for just getting my nails done regularly. And what sucks about that is that I'm like, okay, well, defeated. I really thought I could do this. I wanted to return everything, but I can't return any of it because it's like hazardous.
Used?
No, I didn't use a lot of it. I specifically didn't open stuff so I could return it, and they won't let me. And if you know me, I really like to return stuff. That's one of my favorite things to do is get my money back. So yeah, I felt defeated, but I learned that it is not an easy task. Do not try that at home and trust your technicians.
Yeah.
Okay. For our segment of Keeping Up with the Kids, I have something that I want to talk through with Nick. So I've been seeing this a lot on TikTok on my research, and I'm just going to play it for you.
TikTok research.
Yeah, it's very important. Okay. So these girls are being interviewed of like what's their least favorite thing that guys do. And these are some of their answers.
When guys don't put hats fully on their heads.
Okay, so this is like how I put on my hat, you know. It's on there, but it can fall off, you know. So then you'd rather me put it on all the way like this.
Yeah.
Nathan Giles too. He really thought he was doing something there. So what's funny is about that interview has gone out and it's people just keep stitching it. It's like a bunch of different guys. There's a bunch of different videos of guys stitching that exact video and being like, you're telling me that this doesn't look better with me pulling it off my head. You're telling me that it looks better if I pull it all the way down and shove it down. And every single time they've been like, yeah, all the girls in the comments are like, you look so much better on your freaking head.
Yeah.
Did you ever wear your hat like that above?
Up like that?
Yeah.
No.
Why is that? Why are they doing that?
It's a generational thing.
Is it because their hair's so big that they have to keep it foofy?
I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I played baseball, so like, that's just how you wear your hat. You wear it down. There's a reason, because the visor on your hat is supposed to shade your eyes. So like, if you wear it with like the bill up here, or you know, you wear it where it's like on top of your head, you're still susceptible to getting
Sunlight
in your eyes. So
yeah, it's a fashion statement. His theory was that he could toss it off if he wanted to. I guess maybe the other thing I'm thinking is maybe they don't want to get like hat hair.
that's exactly what it is.
Ah, that makes sense. So they want to like not look like a loser when their hat falls off or comes off. They want to have it all smooth and ready to go.
I don't think that's like all of it, but
subconsciously they don't want to get hat hair.
yeah. Also, that's just how they wear, like how the kids wear it these days.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really dumb to me.
I feel like it's this generation's baggy pants, like pants below their underwear.
Yeah.
Did you do that too?
Sagging.
Sagging. My brother did that. Skating. He would like have to tie a belt though because they would fall down.
That's what a belt's for.
But like below, but they would be falling down, but he would have to belt it falling down so they wouldn't like come to his knees.
I mean, I didn't sag that much.
You sagged? You were a sagger?
I mean, not like, I didn't wear my pants like up to my belly button, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I sagged, I had like shorts underneath. Like if I had shorts underneath sweatpants, like sometimes my sweatpants would fall down a little bit, but like I had shorts on underneath.
That feels like a lot of material to be wearing during the day.
That was the style.
Yeah, you're actually right because we would wear booty shorts underneath of our sweatpants and have our booty shorts hang out.
Well, like if we were going to like basketball practice, like we didn't have like locker rooms, so you just like take your sweatpants off and you have shorts on underneath.
You didn't want to change in the bathroom. That's too much time to like take the pants off.
I think you're reading way too much. Let's keep this thing going because we got a Bengals game.
So. Okay. So yeah, I thought that was hilarious. The one other thing that I think the kids we are talking about is we watched that Orgasm Incorporated. That was very crazy. And honestly, I'm taking away from it that, so basically it's a sex cult that this woman, it's on Netflix. I think it's like it was released recently. And she has like a method that is helping women reach orgasm, which is like great, bridge the female orgasm gap. That's a thing. But it's basically like they were doing hand jobs on women for like 15 minutes and it became this whole cult thing.
They're finger blasting women and giving hand jobs to dudes.
Yeah. That's basically what it was. But they were turning it into like a wellness retreat center and she was like using it to make a lot of money.
She was calling it orgasmic meditation or something like that.
Yeah. Which there's like transcendental meditation or something where I haven't really looked into it that much, but they like use meditation to like be really intimate.
No, dudes were getting cranked off. There was no meditation involved. They were like, oh, I can just walk in here. I mean, some of the guys were even saying it. Like,
yeah.
I joined because I wanted to get laid. No shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're not a spiritual person.
Hmm.
You try to get some, and you got wrapped up in a cult, baby.
That's what's interesting is like it was for women and it was like advertised for women, but they only had guys basically signing up and guys are spending all this money. I don't know. Long
Yeah,
story.
what do they think was going to happen?
Yeah, like, oh, we just have like a group hangout where we all get to have a lot of sex. Like, sign, where do
Yeah.
I sign?
Every dude in the city would have been like, yeah.
What I found fascinating about it though, it's like they all these cults and all of these like groups like this, like NXIVM, they all have a theme of like people wanting to belong to something and wanting to feel, I don't know, connection. And I think it comes from, not to like philosophize, but I think like say you were in high school and you had like a group, like you were on the football team, you were on the dance team. Like there's all these like little created groups that you naturally
Is
have.
philosophize a word?
No. But
We're not
anyways,
just going to skip over that.
I think it is a word.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Philosophize.
Either way.
But I think what it comes down to, or all of these things, it boils down to just like wanting to belong to something. And I say that because I'm thinking about before I met you and when I was single, I feel like I was vulnerable into falling into one of these groups. Like I honestly feel like someone could have sold me something and I would have been
Your
on one of these documentaries.
Your dad would have been so pissed.
I know, but I get that feeling of like just missing that group connection. If you can't find, it's hard to really find that as an adult. So when you're in that situation, you feel, I don't know, super lost and you just will take anything you can get. I
Join a
just-
book club then or something. Like,
I
don't.
know. Like I almost fell into a pyramid scheme once in the subway because
The only place you should fall into one.
some like really pretty girl came up to me and was like, I'm making all this money from selling all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm a broke college girl. That sounds like I need that. I also opened up a credit card at Banana Republic one time because he convinced me I needed to do that. A lot of things. I got, what was it called? Scouted to be an Abercrombie and Fitch model, which was basically just working in the store.
No.
And a lot of the
Consider
times,
yourself lucky then if
I
you've seen that documentary.
Yeah,
It weren't letting just anyone in.
that's true.
So,
That's an honor. I just feel like I could have easily been on one of those documentaries. So I'm thankful that I have someone like you now in my life that like checks and balances. Because you've seen it. I've had like telemarketers call me and I'm like, I'll answer like, hey, hello. I don't know. I'm just very trusting of people. It's not good. So I think it was a good reflection point for me. Like, I'm happy. I don't know how I got here, but I'm happy I didn't fall into one of those things. But I do owe a lot of that to you, I think, now that I've like figured it out a little bit more. Okay, switching gears. I really am stressed that you're not going to get it to the game and you're going to be mad at me and whatever. So we're just going to keep moving along. Sorry if this doesn't feel very transitional, but we're jumping to the next topic for Nick's sake. I'm looking out for my females out there, for people who are dating right now. And I realized that one of the things that you have to look for when you're looking for a partner is not just someone who you're going to like hang out with, have a good life with. It's also like a person that's going to be, hopefully, if you want to have kids, the father to your children, or the person you hang out with and do literally everything with, the person you're going to grow old with, all these little things that come beyond just like initial attraction and dating. So I realize a lot of the qualities that Nick has that are very special, and I've talked about this with my best friend, was that you have a lot of dad qualities. Like how to be a daddy, I feel like you could write a class on. And you're not a dad yet. You are a dad to Dixie, and I've seen many qualities. But there's a lot of qualities that I feel like I've recognized in you that people should be looking out for. And I'll give a couple of examples. And you can say if you agree that that's a dad quality or not. So the first one, and he did this the other day, and this is in relation to the garage. He just knows me as I am and accepts me for who I am and what I bring to the table. And a lot of times that's some shortcomings and not thinking things through. He foresaw that I would forget what he told me because he has to tell me things a lot. And the garage is broken. Okay. And I have the garage opener in my car, and I always like to go through the garage because it's easier because I'm usually holding a bunch of things when I come inside. He told me maybe 5 times, like, okay, the garage is broken. Just make sure you don't use the garage. Don't go out through the garage. Can you not go out through the garage? I was like, totally. I cannot go out through the garage. And then he comes back into the room and is like, you know what? Actually, would it be helpful if I got rid of your key, like your garage key in your car, so you just can't use it? And I was like, yeah, that's probably very helpful. Did you just foresee that I would still forget to not use the garage?
Yeah, 100%. Because you don't always pay attention to things that I tell you if it doesn't like immediately impact you. Like I told you the night before, like while we're eating dinner. So you were probably thinking about other things, which is fine. I'm sure I do that with stuff. I know I do that with stuff
You're
too.
doing it right now
What?
with the Bengals game in the garage. But yeah.
I'm here. I just know how you are. And like, honestly, I know how I am too. Like if I wasn't the one who was fixing the garage, I would probably forget that it was broken too. Like if you just look at it, it doesn't look broken.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably forget as well. So I was just trying to save you
Me
from
being myself.
I was trying to save you from you hearing me say, I told you 4 times the night before not to open the garage. I even texted you not to open the garage. I was saving you from that.
I like that you did that because that's something that my father would do because he just knows me. He knows that when I came home, I would drive over the grass. So he would just like things like that. You think things, you know how the person is and you think ahead for them when it comes to stuff like putting air in your tire, getting your oil changed, not opening
Which
the garage.
we probably need to do soon. Not to get off topic.
I have no idea when that's supposed to happen. So that's good that you're keeping track of it. Anyways. Some other qualities are, so say my phone dies a lot. My best friend's phone dies a lot. So we were talking about, send her a screenshot of your text when you're picking me up from the airport. You're like, oh, your phone's probably going to die because you've been on the plane. You've been using it all day. So I've been tracking your flight. So I know when you're going to be getting in. So don't worry about if your phone dies because I know when to pick you up. My friend's guy that she was seeing was picking her up from the airport. He had dropped her off. Her flight got canceled. So then he had to wait and he had to go back and pick her up again. She got a new flight and then he brought her back to the airport, but he was going to wait for her to see if she got through like checking her bag and all that stuff. So just like the thinking for someone who's not really fully thinking about those things is a great quality to have and something I highly recommend looking for if you're similar to me. But in general, that would make just like great dad qualities. And one other thing that my dad does, which I feel like he would do is whenever I was living alone, he would put me on FaceTime and he would walk me through any task I had to do. So he would once walk me through the entire Home Depot. He looked up things on his computer of which aisle they were and what I needed to buy. And he would walk me through. He was like, okay, go to aisle 7. It's on shelf A6. Go pick up this thing. So I didn't even have to like think at all about what was happening. So those are the qualities that you want to foresee in someone. I just think it makes your life easier because it's like I no longer have to think about anything really anymore. I just
not think.
I just know that you have my back.
Don't make it a weakness.
No, it's great. I have your support and I trust in that. Do you agree that you have dad qualities or you just think that's just like being responsible?
I try to eliminate as much worry for you as possible. Or no, not even worry, just like, yeah, I try to eliminate as much as of the thinking because I'm a worrier. So there's no sense in us both worrying about something. I'll worry about it. I'll tell you what you need to know so that you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's how I approach the news. You tell me what I need to worry about when shit's hitting the fan. And I'm like, got it. Now I know. Instead of having to take it all in. It works great. But I think you're going to make a great dad one day.
I hope so.
Hopefully that I can do that for you at some point soon-ish.
Make a great dad. I have a dad.
Make you into a dad.
Oh, that was a dad joke.
It's already starting. It's already begun. Since it's Thanksgiving, I would love to go through what we're thankful for in this moment, even though, how much time do you got? Oh, we got 3 minutes, guys. So what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for your willingness and excitement to plan the wedding essentially all by yourself, because I don't think I would have the ability to do a lot of that, especially with, work being as crazy as it is right now. So your willingness to just kind of take that on your own and just allow me to be in more of a support role and not a planning role, I'm extremely thankful for that.
As you've seen, it consumes a lot of you.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Your evenings, your mornings, your in-between moments.
Yeah.
It's a lot of thought, a lot of money out the door. So you're welcome. I am thankful for how accepting your family has been of me And I have a few examples of that. They've just taken me in like as if I was their own. And I know that they naturally do that, but I am very thankful for them to do that. Even with like your sister-in-law, she's become basically my sister that I never had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm helping her with her business, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just around a lot and we just get along really well. So she's the sister I haven't ever had, which is really exciting and really cool. We're having a family vacation in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And they planned a Disney trip, and Nick can't go because of work and other obligations. But they're still letting me go on their vacation. And so I'm going on Nick's family vacation without Nick, and we're going to have a blast. We're going to go to Disney World. So things like that, they're just fully willing to accept me as their own with open arms, which is a dream situation that you can marry into. So I'm very thankful for that. And it is especially nice with me not having my parents nearby, just like being able to, have family in some way. So
Yeah, I don't think they cared that I was not going.
yeah, they're like, actually, we just want to make sure that you wanted to go.
They're like guilt tripping me to an extent only because I feel like they think that that's what I would want.
Uh-huh.
Is for them to like guilt trip me and make me feel like they care. But at the end of the day, as long as she's going, they're like, sweet. No qualms. I'll be watching the dogs.
Yep. Also, one other thing, I want to do a little outfit of the day because I feel like I'm wearing, there's a lot of green going on, so I could be blending into our wall right now. It's like green screen. I'm wearing your sister-in-law's new fashion line or new line that she created. It's called A-Line Collective, and it's coming out November 16th. So keep your eyes on that. I'll obviously be sharing about a lot, but this is her little Sunday set that I am wearing, and I'm obsessed with it. Nick, she doesn't make boys' clothes, unfortunately, but yeah, so he's not wearing anything from them. But yeah, keep your eyes out for that. It's exciting times. That is the episode, guys. Hopefully there's something in there. I think we have like 30 seconds before the game starts now. So Nick is basically going to run out of here. Please share this episode with a friend, family, anyone that you care about. Give us a 5-star review, and we'll see you on the next one. Nick?
Take care of yourself.
Who day?